So it is really lovely to see something like this. Only a short bike ride from ours over from where I live to come to somewhere as beautiful with all the reservoir surrounding all the way around. You've even got the frankley beech trees right the way at the top. It's just a lovely area, you could spend hours around here. And this area is where Leonard was actually doing his bird watching when he first ever started up all of his TV series. He used to come here to spot certain wildlife. And you can just imagine that these reservoirs bring multiple and numerous bird life, such as various water birds, all different kinds. I mean, I could just hear over there we've got a woodland surrounded with bird life in the back corners. And it is a nice area just out the Black Country, and a different change to come and take a look. But the reason why I'm here today is to come and give you a bit more overview of the reservoirs itself. Frankley beeches right at the top, got a camera, we're going to check out the views. But it is lovely, the sun's out all day today. Give it a nice warm weather just to sit here for a few minutes and relax. So this, what you can see here, this is actually known as Bartley Reservoir. So information here a bit about it. So Bartley Reservoir is for drinking water in Birmingham, England, operated by Severn Trent. It covers 460,000 square metres, 5 million square feet. Wow, that is quite long. So you just see there, I mean, coming down, dates when it was built, 1930, has an average depth of 5.1 metres. Wow. So basically here it says there, it is known for the place where Leonard did much of his early bird watching, like the start of the video I mentioned about Leonard coming here when he first ever started up. It was really interesting to see that people coming over here to see the wildlife which we have got with places like this. It does draw many people. So it features in his books, notably Leonard's Gone Birding, and television programmes. His first ever published article was for the West Midlands Birds Club annual report, was about the birds of the reservoir. The reservoir is also home to the Bartley Sailing Club, so you can just see there lots more information. I mean, coming down there is even history. So just a bit of history now. So most of the land occupied by Bartley Reservoir was in the parish of Northfield, originally in Worcestershire. It was transferred to Warwickshire, then Northfield, became part of Birmingham in November 1911, and thus became part of the West Midlands County on the latter's creation in 1974. However, the south end of the reservoir overlapped into the parish of Frankley. So Frankley is in Worcestershire, so when you go up to where the beech trees are, that is actually classed as Worcestershire. And it says there, Hereford and Worcester from 1974. In April 1995, part of Frankley, including the southwest part of the Bartley Reservoir, was transferred to the Birmingham and thus joined the rest of the reservoir in the West Midlands County. Shortly after the completion of the Eland Valley reservoirs in the 1920s, it became more storage capacity would be required to maintain the daily supplies needed by Birmingham. The reservoir is close to the terminus of the Eland Valley Aqueduct, adjacent to the Frankley Reservoir. You've got the Frankley Reservoir, which is all the way over the back. Just over to there in the distance, it just lies right the way back over to there. You can't get as close as to it as what you can see this one, because it is all surrounded or cameraed up, and there's really high fence, but you can just see some of the small buildings just onto the side over to there. So basically more about Leonard. So the reservoir featured in a television programme in 1985 when Leonard was interviewed there by Julian Pettifer for 50-minute Nature Watch special, Leonard Bird Watcher. quite cool that. I mean, I did used to love watching Bill Oddie in Spring Watch and all those nature ones that they did come on the telly many years. So right here we are on the camera, as you can just see, zooming right the way in. You can just see frankley beeches right the way at the back with the beech trees over to there. That's where we're heading last, so we'll go and check that out. We've even got a church to check out. So if we just come down, you can see the reservoir itself. Check out that. There is actually somewhere people onto here, so they do quite a lot of boating stuff over here. Check out that. It's really good, this camera is, how far it really does zoom in. Check out the quality of that. It's really cool. Zooming out, I mean, you can see wildlife somewhere over to here. Got a Canada goose right away in the distance. Zooming out, I mean, you can see all the birds behind. But you just see padding all the way around. I mean, it is so big just to cover. But if we just quickly head over to this way a little bit, let's see what we can see over here. Got another boat now. Check out that boat right away in the distance. Another one. Zooming out. I mean, if we try and cover this way, I mean, there's probably even more over here. You can just see water birds right away in the middle. But no, are those seagulls or geese? I can't really see from this angle. Possibly seagulls. But zooming out, I did see a cormorant somewhere. I don't know where the cormorant's even gone. It's cool to see that. And we've even got birds down in the edges here, what I've just seen come out. Okay, we've even got a magpie. Magpies over here. Tons of them. Wood pigeon. Even another magpie right the way there. So I have forgot to notice that, but there is actually a woodland over there which you can walk. That is actually known as Bluebell Woods. I've been in there before. Lovely when all the bluebells are up into there, but that is another woodland to go and check out if you love your wildlife. Just onto the edge of the reservoir, coming over the back. That's another one worth to check out. So when I go down the road, I will just show it you on the right. So when we go down, I'll show you that. So right, what you can see on your right now, this is actually called Bluebell Woodland, right the way there. So you can just walk right the way in, and it is quite a bit of decent woodland. It does stretch further to the back. There is quite a lot of wildlife on that side, so if you've never been to there, then I would say definitely come and check it out. It's really lovely. But wow, the only sometimes thing what does shame of it is all the litter what does get dumped. They am doing a bit of a clean up this morning, so they're going in the edges, picking up all the litter. So there is quite a lot sometimes up here, and it's quite a bit of a hot spot for fly tipping. So you see we've got the volunteers over there doing a bit of work. You just see all the wildlife coming all the way down. Beautiful. Trouble is the gate's not wide enough to bring my bike through, so I'm probably just gonna have to show you from here. But you can just see right the way there, sorry about the traffic on the road, there's like a bit going down. You might have seen it in my other video when I went to the beech trees. It was quite loud when I went over there, all the water trickling all the way down. Then you got something at the back over there. You got, when I done the drone footage going back a while ago, you could just see the Frankley Reservoir itself, really nice. But yeah, that does lead right the way to the back of the church if you go that way. But we're gonna have to go the roadway to get up to it. But there's Scotland Lane coming all the way down, so it is less breezy. So when you come away from the reservoir, it's very less breezy when you come out of it, which is good. And there's so much wildlife up here. You see a buzzard going over there now, right in the distance. There is quite a lot of birds of prey over this way. I've seen the kestrel, sparrowhawk, more. I've sure seen the goshawk the very last time I come to do like a bit of a video up this lane. So right, this is St Leonard's church up in Frankley. It is really old, you can just see the gravestones right away behind. Very old because the dates have all rubbed off them, I'm guessing 1800s and below. You can see there is an old cross onto it. If I pan around, you can just see the cross on that corner right the way there. I'll go and show you that in a little bit. But I'll tell you a bit of history and information about this in a little second. But this is a nice church, just checking up to there. Wow. I would love to see what's inside this one. I think you have to book an appointment and a lady comes and opens the door for you. I did try and do it once, but it was raining so bad I had to cancel it. But wow, if you do want me to see inside that, then drop it in the comments. I will try and get up here sometime. I'll try and phone the lady again and see what I can do. But this journeying down, you can just see how old it is. I mean, that's a really old gravestone right the way there. What's that one there? It's 1820. Wow. It's really old gravestones. But it is nice architecture of the church coming on the way down. It does sort of remind me of the one in Romsey, St Kenelm's. It's sort of like similar brick. You see right the way there, this cross. So I think there's a bit of history behind that. That is old. But you can just see the church from that angle. And right about there, the cross is right the way at the top. Wow. I really do love my churches for the architecture, the history. I mean, how old they date back, that's where you tell. You can find how old the area really does date back. It's really quite cool to learn more about them. So we go down, there's a bit of administration information. So the diocese is the Anglican Diocese of Birmingham. The deanery is Kings Norton and the parish is Frankley. Bit of history here. So the church dates from the 15th century. I thought it was either 15th century because I mean how old the brick is. It is really so old, like St Kenelm's up by me. You can just tell by the brickwork, the architecture. Most of the small churches really do have a lot of history within small villages. So it was altered around 1751 when the wooden tower was rebuilt in stone, which is up there now. So restored in 1873, and there were other alterations and additions in 1931 to 1932 by Bateman. There was also another restoration in 1974 following a fire. The tower main arch has hood mould with headstops depicting King George V and Queen Mary. It says there, the building is constructed from sandstone in a red and grey colour. Until 1965, the tower contained 2 bells. A new church hall was constructed in 2005. So is that the church hall on that corner there? That little building? Guessing that's the church hall, because it is more modern and not old looking. So the organ inside the church dates from 1884 by J.W. Walker and Sons. It was modified by Walter James Bird and Son in 1933. A specification of the organ could be found on the National Pipe Organ Register. So if you do want me to check out inside the church, drop it in the comments. I'll try and phone the woman one more time, book an appointment. We'll go and check out some information. I think there is a bit of information relating into how I was going with this church. I did find some quite a while back. If I go back home later, I will drop all this in the description for you, so if you're interested in these churches, you can read about this one. There's loads of information somewhere. So right, here we are, frankley beeches in the beech trees. I haven't been round this side of the woods yet. Right, the way around here is really beautiful. You've got the panoramic view all the way around. If you've crossed the road, you've got views over that way, which is really beautiful. But some of these trees over here are really old. But if we just find somewhere to park our bike where we can keep our eye on it, I'll show you the woodland itself. But wow, for those who have never been to Frankley Beeches, I'm gonna have to say it is really lovely with the trees in the middle. Take some really nice photos. But the only problem thing, what I find a big problem with places like this, is litter. You can just see how much litter's placed on the floor. It's a real shame to see our countryside is really getting like this with all litter, bags. It's killing quite a lot of wildlife over time. But you can see all the woodland panning all the way around. Look how beautiful that is, especially there. And the pan up, you've got the sunshine, which is beaming right the way down, bringing the shadows on the floor, just right the way there. I mean, some of these trees are so old, I mean, coming to them, you can see all the bark starting to take a formation of a colour and starting to chip away very slowly. But I think this place is actually owned by the National Trust, I believe, so they do actually come up here and manage it sometimes, like with the rubbish. Notice it's quite a lot of rubbish compared to when I've been, and then make sure all the grounds are really nice. I mean, but you can just see already we've got a view starting to form right around the corner, and then a view down there on that corner just going right the way through. If we just go and pan down there, I'll go and show you the first viewpoint in the woodland itself. But I mean, coming round, check out that. That is absolutely so beautiful of a view. Just got the farmer's fields on this corner, overlooking the back dip down there. I think somewhere around it at the back over that way, we've got the Ways of Hills. I think the Ways of Hills are right the way that way there. Well, it is just so beautiful. I could spend hours up here just checking out that nice view. We've got parts of the Black Country right away in the distance. Halsowing, you could see Turner's Hill right away at the top. You can even see behind, like where Albury is, West Bromwich on that corner, right the way over there. It is really lovely, so I am going to do a bit of camera work in a minute. I will show you a bit of views. It is a bit hazy today, so I think it has got to be a bit partly cloudy with a bit of sunshine from time to time today. So you just even see that zooming in, you can see part of it is sunny, part of it is cloudy, which is quite cool. That is nice photo there. But wow, really lovely views up into Frankley Beeches. But if we just pan down, you can just see right away behind. Check out the view of that with all the trees now over in that distance. Wow. So here we are onto the camera now. Last time I cut up here in the other video, it was so windy I had to cut this out, so I couldn't include a view zooming in or much else really. So if we just zoom in, we can just see right around the distance, you can see parts of the Black Country now. Got Turner's Hill right away over there. Right around the distance, you can just see the transmission towers right away at the back. Got Rowley Regis just into the dip, I can see the church. Wow. Some really cool views of the Black Country. Right the way down the back, we've got the fields at the bottom where the Halsowing Abbey is. You might see the Abbey, I don't know. But the Abbey is just right the way there, lurking behind those trees. Right at the back. You just see panning all the way around, zooming in. Got even more places. We can see the back end of Halsowing, where the flats are. Got a road down on that corner. That's cool. Some really lovely views here. Check out that. And then right around the distance, I'm guessing that's the Bartley Hill Flats where the Delph Locks is, just near to the side. Check out that, the view. Just imagine the old days, a bit of history there, when Round Oak Steelworks was operating. You would have seen the Round Oak from here, somewhere right at the back. There's Merry Hill right the way there, so you can see the waterfront. Merry Hill. What a view that. Far back over the hills over that way. It's a bit hazy because of the cloud cover. But then we come this way, we've got Romsley right over the back. And you see Romsley over the back over to there. And it's really quite cool. Really nice views there, so I hope you've enjoyed seeing that. But if we just pan this way a little bit, you can just see the views over that way. So that's where that flat is on the bottom, that's actually where I come up from the roads to get here. Absolutely quite cool. So I will do a bit more viewpoints when I get round the back end of the woodland. We'll have a look over the back area down that way and we'll see what there is. But well, I've just really enjoyed seeing that. It's really quite cool. But what interests me, there is some stuff up here. What I want to know, what was here many years ago was just blocking off the woodland from public access. Well, check out these. These very, very old concrete with gate things sticking right the way out, as you can just see right the way there. I did show some of this in the last ever video. Well, check out that. Well, if we roll around this side, you can just see here a very old gate just onto this corner. I mean, that is so old. Check out that. That's old, that is. You see there, rusted really bad. So that would have led from somewhere there, coming right the way up many, many years ago. It's just things like this what really does tell history to what it was for, what was here many years ago. I mean, when the woodland was ever first planted, was it all blocked off by public access? But that is so cool, seeing that and the sunshine coming through now into the woodland itself. Let's go and journey around now. We'll show you some very old dates, because over the years, when all the trees have grown up, you see all the names have been going all the way up and the trees are growing. Just go and check that out. So right, how cool is this coming across? I mean, some of these beech trees are so tall up. I mean, just imagine what year these trees were even planted. Because I've just seen some names and they're so up into the top of the tree when it's grown up. But you see, we come to the other viewpoint in a minute, just onto that corner there. But wow, I do love this place. It is nice just to come for a stroll, come and bring your dog, bring your family just for a quick walk up. Really lovely. But imagine on an evening when the sun's setting and you get the nice sunset photos right away in the distance. That would actually be lovely for that up here. That's another good reason to come up for the views, for things like that, pictures. But wow, this is a nice end part of the woodland here. But yeah, you can just see the names right away at the top up to there. It's a load of initials. This round pointing right away there. So just imagine when the tree's grown up over many, many years, those are going right away at the top. I can just see a love heart right out there. How cool is that? So it does tell you that these trees are really old, some really old beech trees. Well, I mean, coming down you can just see even more. These are old initials here, over many years, faded out because the trees are sort of rotting a little bit, got like a bit of fungi. A moss growing on there. But here's the view right away in the distance now, overlooking parts of the Wazer Hills, the Beacon Hill right away at the back. And then if we just come down, there's the Wazer Hills right away there, I believe. Licker Hills, I think we got, I don't know which one's Licker Hills, whether it's that one or that one. Well, there you got Beacon Hill as well, right away at the back over there. But yeah, nice viewpoint that. So right over to the camera now, you can see all the views from the camera from this side. Let's go have a zoom in over there, see what we can see. But you just see right in the distance, check out that. Shame it is a bit hazy because you can't see much over there. You can just see a church right away at the bottom with an England flag on. So I wonder where that is. Right, zooming out, if we just check out this way a little bit. And then somewhere over this way we've got the Waysey Hills. I don't know whether the Waysey Hills is that bit there or is that bit on the corner, because I know you've got the no, the Waysey Hills is there, I think, on that corner there. Let's have a quick zoom in. I think the Waysey Hills is there, what I'm pointing to. So I remember the last time I ever went up, it is sort of an angle facing this way. So I'm guessing that's Waisley. And then you've got the Licky Hills. And it's really quite cool. But you just see the view there, really beautiful. So I am, some point, I'm going to go and check out those two areas, so we do a bit of a video around those two parts. There is some interesting history and information over that way, but I will go and check out the Waysey Hills in the summer. We'll do another, on a clear day, another panoramic view where the big thing is in the middle, the toposcope, so we can do a bit more work around there. But yeah, that's the view from this angle. It's really beautiful from this area to see the views right away over the back. I mean, it's not only just from a short distance, it just zooms in so far. I mean, on a clear day, I bet you could see more. Check out the distance that way. Could you see another church? It's really hard to keep this camera steady for a long range. Well, check out that, that's the camera. So yeah, that's the views from the top here. Let's go and check out more around the woodland. But yeah, and see what else we can see. What on earth? Let me get my camera, guys. So I was quick on the mark when I seen this. What is going on with that? Oh wow, is that a stunt plane? I haven't seen one of them for years. Wow, that is so quite cool. It keeps going blurry for some reason. I have no idea why. Probably because it's really hazy, but you can just see that. Check out that. Shame it keeps going hazy. It's actually stopped now. So you don't usually really see things like that very often. It's really cool to see that. But I remember when I was very young in Alzoin, I actually remember planes coming across the house, because when I lived in Starbridge Road, where the James Grove button factory was, which is now demolished. And when looking out the window, you used to see these planes go across with the banners advertising stuff that used to go across on a regular basis. You don't really see that anymore either. That's an old-fashioned thing which has died out. Planes with banners going across the sky. I always remember that to this day, seeing quite a few of those go over Halesowen. But that's quite cool to see that stunt plane. I thought it was on fire. Wow. And these here. I have seen a date, and I can't remember where I've seen it, on what tree. When I come up, it was actually from 19 something. Is that 2003? Ah, there, 1968. Wow. That's really quite crazy. 19 something there. And as you see, the tree grows up. These have got really higher up. 2003. So I'm guessing when the tree kept growing up, so it grows up from the base, that's getting higher and higher up. It's quite cool. That, how cool is that? Let's go and check out this one. Wow, that is old. You see woodworm in there. It's rotting. Can't make out some of these ones, they're just faded out really bad. But what I don't like about things, check out this. We've got pop bottles just right the way down the bottom. There's quite a lot of litter up here, you can just see right the way there. It's just absolutely no end to every place I've gone. I mean, journeying further down. Check out the initials on these ones. Oh, that's quite cool. But down here, check out all this. You just see litter becomes a non-stop problem. Imagine the amount of wildlife what you get in a place like this. You see milk bottles and a lot of cans and packets going right around the tree. It is really a shame that there's a lot of litter ends up in places where they shouldn't be really. But what a place though, Frankley Beeches. Just thought today what to do. Do I go and do something different? Do I come back here one more time? But I'm really glad I have, because I have enjoyed it. Just a nice little woodland. Really beautiful. So right there it is. Just noticed it went that way. Is that a sun thrush or a jay? Where's it gone now? There. There's actually two of them now. Could be a baby jay. Trying to catch up with it. Let's try there, see if I can see it. Trying to see where it is now. There. Somewhere there. Come on, poke your head round. Wow, check out the colours of that. That is absolutely so beautiful. That a sun thrush, guys? Drop it in the comments. That is absolutely so beautiful, guys. So there we go, you can just see wildlife one more time, just up into the beech trees itself. That is so cool. There's actually 3 of them now, 4 of them. There's actually more come to join. When you just see, there's lots up here. This is why I do love coming. Now the wildlife's come back now, I can just see the bird life. But yeah, let's get the camera back and then we'll just go have another walk down. So right, that's about it. Thank you very much if you watched it to the end. I really do appreciate it. Your support means a lot to me. And to get these videos out to people, to show people new places where they've never been, just to inspire people who can't get out and they want to see these places one more time. It's what it's about. It's about enjoying the environment and what we've got. I mean, places like this should be protected for generations to see what this place really is. I mean, to how old it is once more, seeing the dates on the trees, 1968, that is really dating back quite a bit. Fantastic views overlooking the Greenland on the border of the Black Country and the Ellsworth area and further on the Birmingham side. But yeah, that's it for the video today. I'm feeling much better in myself now, so hopefully you will see me in quite a lot more history videos across the Black Country. So stay tuned for those, we'll get back out in the next couple of weeks. Got a week off at the end of May, so we'll be doing about 4 videos of the exploring the Black Country that week, so that'll be excellent. But yeah, I just mean I could spend hours up here. I'm gonna have another sit down at a bench and I'm gonna take in the views before we leave. But wow, spectacular place. But it's a shame to see the litter though. I mean, the litter what's surrounding the area, it can affect things like the wildlife, the surroundings. But yeah, apart from that, beautiful. Come and check it out. Frankley Beeches and the reservoir itself down the bottom. The Midlands Outdoors out.